Hello there, gang. Just the one game for you today, Borussia Dortmund, but we need to have a chat. We need to have a diamond discussion. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, DoctorBenjyFM. It's very good to see you. I hope I find you very well. Now, since we last met, it was Osnabrück, a 2-0 victory over them. We followed that up with a 2-2 draw against Wolfsburg. Yeah, one of those games. Fantastic. Beating Sparta Prague in the group, though, and then beating Cologne 1-0 as well. Very happy with that. And the group, we could play PSG today, but I just think that third looks like it could well happen. Hopefully it happens, viewers. It's hard to tell. We do play PSG in a game's time or so, but I only really want to focus on Dortmund today, and I want to talk about this diamond situation. I may well bring you the PSG result at the very end of the episode just to see how that goes. But spoilers, I'm going to rest players. So, yeah. But let's talk about this thing, this diamond that is causing all sorts of comments in the comments section. That's where you would leave the comments ordinarily, Ben. And well, the back line has been pretty steady throughout, although we had a couple of changes at centre-back. He's not here, so it's all right. He doesn't like the deeper chats in regards to tactical familiarities. It's this, isn't it? It's this sort of this back triangle. We're all sort of agreed that Chris Tell should be playing in behind Victor Hugo and Diallo. But what Kabay, Friss, and whoever's playing here, whoever Kleber plays further ahead, that seems to be the contentious issue. People questioning the double Mazzala. But I thought I'd do then, rather than change it, I thought I'd explain why it's happening. And really, it's the statistical analysis of why we're changing it. So let's take a look at Frisch. You can see there on the surface, right? 4 goals, 2 assists, a decent season last year, better average rating. But it's down here. Last season, 5 goals and 2 assists. Whereas you look at this year, so far, already got 3 assists to his name. 1 in the Cup, 1 in the Champions League, and then, of course, 1 in the league. So far, his output for me is actually slightly better, although maybe not seeing it quite yet in the league. Goals, though, they're not as frequent, but that's where things are looking up as well, really. Last year, Victor Hugo got 11 goals in all competitions, but this year, well, Victor Hugo has 11 goals in 14 games, so he's improving. Again, we're not quite seeing it yet in the league. It's not clicking there quite yet. And it's fair to say that Chris Tell's 4 goals and 6 assists in all comps so far is, again, helping big time. Especially when you compare that to Kabay, who last year had 6 goals and 5 assists, again, in all competitions. Worth noting, he didn't do anything in the Cups, and we weren't in Europe, so that would be a factor. And again, we're not quite seeing it in the league with Kabay, but already 3 goals, 3 assists, which is far better. If he carries on with that form, at the end of the season, we're going to see a much better performance. And that is where the Mazzalas coming out, really. Where they're not necessarily doing what we did last year. And actually what we're doing, I'm finding, is keeping the ball far better, bizarrely. In terms of average possession, we are right up there amongst the other teams. If you look at the detailed statistics in possession, we're the 5th most in terms of keeping the ball. More so than Bayern Munich, more so than Schalke, more so than Dortmund. And last year, we were around sort of 14th, 15th. That wasn't really our game. It was get the ball out wide, run with it, see if we can create something. And that really wasn't working. And another thing to know as well, this year, crosses completed ratio, or crosses completed generally, we're just not crossing this year. But that is part of the logic of what we're trying to do with this midfield. That's where I want our creativity to come from last year, because we didn't score enough goals last year. That was a major issue for us. And this year, as you can see there, then so far, Victor Hugo's 11 is absolutely what we're looking for. And we hopefully see more and more goals through that midfield as well. Diallo, we need to see more from. Chris Tell, of course, we need to see more from. It'll be interesting come the end of the season, how many more goals we're scoring this year compared to last year. So really, what I feel like we're actually playing isn't necessarily a diamond. We're sort of playing a system where there's 4 at the back, there's a guy sat in front, and we've got a bit of an injury crisis at the moment before we head into a game against Dortmund, which obviously isn't ideal. But Friss and Kabay sort of play in these areas. They play a little bit wider, of course. They're looking to get forward, and Kabay, again, plays sort of in this area, as you can see on attack. So the more we see that, the more pressure we put on that centre of the pitch as well. We're trying to exploit things through the middle. We're trying to focus play down the middle. And so far, it's for me, it's been more effective. We have to see it, obviously, more and more in the league. That's where things are going to start mattering. So far, 4th in the table. It's not enough. And our goal difference, again, still isn't what it needs to be. We want to be up there with the likes of Schalke and Dortmund. We want to have a plus 15 goal difference after 11 games. And the fact it's only plus 7, it's not really good enough. Now, of course, we have changed around tactics a little bit here and there, and we've tried to play with things a little more, but the goals in the last few games, at least, have definitely been flying in on a more regular basis, so we need to see a lot more of that. So as we come into this game against Dortmund now, we've got Kleber in there at the moment as the border midfielder. That is because fantastically, really, viewers. Amarilla, of course, was already out. Kessie is injured as well. And Pelamekwa, who we were really enjoying in the role, I thought actually he was a perfect fit for. Now it's a dislocated shoulder, so can't play for 2 months, or 4 weeks to 2 months, so at least a month. That's put a spanner in the works, having now all 3 of those boys unavailable. Kleber's playing in there for me based on the fact he's got 12 tackling, which is the best of all the other midfielders that I've got as options for today's game. Other options on the bench, such as Tielemans and Bremer, just don't offer me quite as much, and again, tackling is either the same or worse. And I don't really want to change this role. I could move him slightly further forward and he would be a little bit more comfortable, but I like the added protection and extra body right in front of that back line, who, so far, again, have been solid. And up front for this one, then, Victor Hugo and Diallo will be ahead of Chris Turl. Adriano will be in goal. Wagyu shouting. Me, boss! Oh, I'll try to whisper it. It's quite an aggressive shout as well, that one, shouting. Yeah, I'm just trying something new, boss. I wouldn't do it again. No, not a fan? No, because it sounds like a human version of a dog. So I'm not sure it's working. Now it's like a pirate. I don't know what's going on. Castillo will be next to him with Fleesener at the back. Kleber, again, will just be in front. I'm worried, and maybe we'll change him further forward during the game. Kabay and Fries, Turl, Diallo, Victor Hugo. That is a tough attack to stop. So let's see. We're training Kabay in the role as well, so hopefully he'll be by the end of the season. He'll be far more natural in it, and everything sort of pivots around Chris Turl. Rocking all over the Turl. No, it doesn't work. It should be said as well, Bayern Munich, just very quickly, I'm not having a particularly good time of it at the moment. They're just losing games all over the place. When you consider they've lost 4 of their last 6, they're not having a great time, especially when 3 of those are in the Bundesliga. So here we go then. An away game against Borussia Dortmund. This is very much the focus of today. It's a little bit more podcasty because we've talked through a few things. It's about chance creation for me, and we've got to see more of it. And basically, I tried loads of different midfield combinations last year. We had playmakers for a lot of it, and it didn't ever really work. Whereas this double Mazzala, I'm on board with it. You can see there then, there's the Borussia Dortmund team. Not too many players left from my time there. Conrad, Olmo, Lister as well in goal. That we didn't play so much, but he's still there. And Pinto over on the left-hand side as well. They've got a few familiar faces. There's this guy as well. Ljubanovic, Obrenovic. Tricky, difficult to put on the back of a shirt, but he's so good, so dangerous. Come on, Anad, show me what you can do. Let's see a good performance at least. All right then, Dortmund versus Leipzig, away from home in this one. Of course, last time we played them in a fixture like this, it was the back end of last season, and well, that game went pretty well. Whether they'll go well beyond that, I don't know. As Wagyu picks it up on that side straight away. These highlights are a little bit... What's going on? I think it's from my stream here. There we are. Fris into Diallo. Wow, forces a save very early on. Diallo has a really good goals per 90-minute ratio. Hence, I've stuck him in there today. Hopefully he can continue it, basically, as there's an injury there. Pinto has gone off. There's physios on the pitch right now. As the highlight starts with it, Wagyu's gone off as well. There must have been a collision between the 2 of them on that side. Dortmund corner played in, and that would have been unfortunate. I think we've got Marcus Paulo on the bench, so that's not the worst thing. I mean, he's struggling a little bit. I mean, he's really struggling. We're getting him off now. I'm not going to wait. I suspect he'll probably have an injury as a result of that. And while they've got Pinto still on, it's probably wise to bring on our man as the ball's put into the back post. And from a set piece, we go behind, which is very frustrating. We're having 71% of the ball so far as well. And they beat us with a set piece, which is very annoying. Adriano nearly keeps it out, but it's just not enough. All right, we're going to demand a little bit more. We've got to go behind, but I mean, so far it's been pretty even, but we're having so much more of the ball, which is great as long as you do stuff with it. Well, so far, gang, not a lot of chance creation. Of course. It's worth noting, it is going to be tougher against the likes of Dortmund, of course, and I'm already thinking about maybe moving Kleber further forward. Unlucky boys, things haven't gone right for us. I don't think we're too disheartened, weirdly. We'll move Kleber slightly further forward. We'll put him in a role that he's comfortable in, that deep line playmaker in a defensive duty. He'll still sit slightly further back. It'll still look quite diamond-esque, but again, although it's a diamond, it's these 2 boys being a little wider naturally now. That might make an impact as well. I'm not sure where we get the fullbacks more involved. I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Victor Hugo's on a booking. We've, of course, got Melatidis and Fukunishi Masayuki on the bench if required. But here's a little bit of possession for us, and hopefully we can keep a hold of the ball, as that from Marcus Paulo is so poor. I mean, and then he just let Pinto run away from him as well. An injured Pinto. They probably should have scored. I'm actually going to get more attacking, which might be bold this early into the half. But with that much possession, I want to see us do something more with it. All right, throw in on that side. Diallo back to Marcus Paulo. Don't give it away again, my friend. Better, clever, lovely switch of play to him. Fleesener goes for goal. When he went close, I'll tell you what, it's not the sort of chance I thought I'd be creating. And the way that the league table is structured right now, will be 6 points behind Schalke with a defeat today. We've got to change something here. Masayuki's going to come on. Victor Hugo's had a quiet one. Those two up front have done wonders together before. Can they do wonders again? Chris Turl is having a poor game. I'm going to swap him and Kabai round. See if that makes any bit of difference. Neither of them playing particularly well. Get creative, boys. Let's see a bit of creativity. We've got so many creative players in there. This is so... Right, this is annoying because I've set a tactic up to be more creative, to offer a little bit more dynamism, and it's just not happening. No dynamism at all. Nothing. I mean, what do you do with 2 minutes left? Tielemans on. And it's funny, I was talking to someone recently. I said, when I lose a game, I get far more comments than when I win a game. And that's because tactically, I could be torn apart now. But whereas if we win, it's like, oh yeah, Ben, that works really well. That's just so annoying. That's just so annoying. No chances created. I mean, they've not created much either. It's been, I'll be honest, it was a pretty rubbish game. We saw almost no highlights. And I feel like by the end of that, we've not really learnt that much either. And I can't follow you for performances. I'm disappointed with the injuries that we've had, because I think if we've got a fully fit side there, we are a slightly different animal. But that league table now is becoming a bit of an issue. And I need to be in Germany, so I can't exactly leave now. Vagu's out for a few days. It's very frustrating. And of course, I can't not bring you the Borussia Dortmund game. It's just one of those games that we have to see played. We're 3 points behind them. Goal difference in issue, 3 defeats. Of course, we lost 8 last year. So we can only really afford to lose like 5 more, and not even that. Like, the idea is to lose less games and, of course, win more. But I feel in a bit of a rut with how we're going to go about this. And again, I guess it's injuries. I feel like that because of we've got players that aren't available right now. Not having someone in this role is annoying. And if Kabai doesn't carry on, like, I might sell Kabai in January. I think I've said it. I might sell Kabai in January. I've brought him in for massive money, and he's on massive money. And I'm not seeing anywhere near enough for that. Like, if I want to be seeing I bought him based on this, really. I thought if he does this for me and comes in, we're going to be fantastic. And attribute-wise, he's a bit of a star, really. So, where is it, Xavier? What's happening? He's got a couple of negatives that, you know, he's unhappy with the recent drastic changes in training intensity. I don't want to hear it, Xavier. I don't know. I'm frustrated. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask for as much feedback as possible. Let me know. Of course, there's 2 sides to this, really. One, it's my game save, so I want to be able to figure it out myself, but also, you're a part of the journey as much as I am. So let me know in the comment section. I think next episode what we'll do is we'll do one of the podcasty episodes, and we'll talk through things that have been discussed. Maybe I'll go through some of the comments and read through, see if I agree or disagree. Let me know. Let's try and figure this out. You might just think it might be a midfield role change. I don't know. But the double Mazzala thing, especially when we've got someone like Kesse or Apalamekwa in there, it works better. And maybe we've just not seen that today. I feel like I have to persevere with this. Lots of questions. Let me know. Comment section. Get involved. I'll be reading through. And yeah, try and be as kind as possible. I'm still a person. I'm not a robot manager. Clearly not a robot manager. If you enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you subscribe. And this is getting tough, but I guess I like this. I do like this. This is management, viewers. Maybe we're just not as good as Dortmund. Maybe it's that.